Chick-fil-A's. Yeah, Chick-fil-A's is better. What is your experience being an Egyptian American artist? Or how does that, is that how the term is?
Well,
or how is it?
Okay, so honestly, this is a great question. You know, my whole life, I never, like, when they asked me, like, on an application or something like ethnicity, I never knew what to fill out. Ever. And then my dad would never help because on top of it, like, okay, so my dad is dark, my mother is very light-skinned. And my father would tell me as a kid, like, stop that, like, what are you doing? Like, that's some white shit. And then, okay, so I guess, like, you know, we're black. And other times he'd be like, stop that, what are you doing? Like, you know, that's some black shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So what the fuck, like, I guess we're white, like, what the fuck are we, you know? So I was always confused as a kid, so I'm like, I don't get it, yo. So then, like, you know, I guess I went to a predominantly white school, and a lot of kids were very jealous, and it was more so like if you were different, you got accepted, not made fun of. But I was on that peak, like I said, I'm very light skinned. Like I'm like my whole life I played the card, I could be both black or white, you know, whatever I need to be.
Right.
So, like, and then you know, kids in school just get jealous and mad at me all the time and just be like, yo, like you're not even black. Like they would just look at every little thing I do and then be like, you know, I mean, like people just picked at me all the time, and that probably goes to the whole thing, you know, I never had confidence, I was always picked on in that manner. But as I got older and I actually went to the military, or I tried to, but then I actually have a very severe, rare condition in my eyes. I believe the term is called lens luxation. This is the reason that I got kicked out of the military, and it's something I struggle with actually every day. I'm like very blind, bro. Like I don't drive at night at all. Like I'm legally blind at night.
I remember you saying that before.
Yeah, so it's basically it's like a little tissue disease, I guess, where the only solution for it is to get a surgery, and they would take out one of my lenses and replace it with a plastic lens, but then they would sew it to the wall of my eye. And it's such a microorganism that we can do it, but the technology is still fairly new, and the surgery is probably like 10, 15 years old. So doctors will advise to wait it out until like if my vision gets so bad, God forbid, to the point where I just wake up with migraines constantly because I can't see shit at all. I would then get the surgery, because if I go blind naturally, the surgery can still correct it. But if I get the surgery and it goes bad, I got no vision. So yeah, and then it adds to the whole, you know, the depression, anxiety thing. And this is probably why I don't show myself too much on social media. I try to. But then again, I also have this mystique about me. Like I said, I don't follow trends. So when I post, it probably looks like it makes no sense to nobody, and I'm kind of aware of it, and I kind of like it in a weird part. As far as the whole Egyptian American thing goes, I always had that bicultural, like dual lifestyle. Like I went home, my mother spoke Arabic to me. They made Arabic, like Egyptian food, and then I went to church, which was the Egyptian, and then Coptic as well. Coptic was like an ancient language. I can read it. It's crazy I can read it, but I can't speak it. I don't know what it means. Actually, yeah, I guess I read 3 languages. Actually, I don't even read Arabic. I know how to read a little bit, but I mean, it was very strange, bro. Honestly, like, because, like I said, people love to put you in boxes, and people love to put you in boxes that they can relate to. People love to make you relatable to them. So, like I said, like I had a lot of friends from different cultures, and so like the white kids always wanted to make, you know, they made me white, you know, and the black kids made me black, and so like then I never knew when I went to the military, my recruiter put me down as black. Meanwhile, I guess somewhere it's written that the certain top 3 countries in Africa are considered white, like Egypt, Lebanon, and like maybe Syria or something like that. So I'm like, I don't fucking know. So Egyptian American, I guess, would be the term. I don't know what. That's why I just let people decide, you know, what it is. I guess. Yeah, it's very strange. It's still strange. Like I said, I still don't know what you classify me as. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just. When you told me your ethnicity, I said, well, he's just Egyptian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, technically I'm African American, like, I guess. But then again, it's like...
Yeah, like, technically.
Yeah, I mean, you call me what you will. It don't bother me. Yeah.
Nah, that's cool, though, man. But, like, I know your life experiences have to be, like, rare. And, like, a lot of instances, you're like, well, wow, what do I do? This is different. Like,
oh, yeah, especially getting pulled over, you know, by police. Yeah. And then, like, now that I have dreadlocks, it doesn't help at all. Now I walk out my front door now, you know. And so it's like at first when I had a Caesar, I can kind of get away with it, but yeah, now they see me and people sing I'm Rastafarian, and that's the funniest thing. Is when I was in LA, constantly,
you can pass right into it.
Bro, they would constantly pass by me, all the Rastafarians, and they would just say Wagwan Rastafari every morning. And I was just, you know, Wagwan. You know, it's just like I'm not even one bull started a fight with me because I was smoking a cigarette,
Oh,
and
shit.
he was not having it. He was like, yo, the Ross is not supposed to smoke with tobacco
Yeah.
or whatever. And he got real pissed. It's funny as hell. It's crazy how perception is it's a motherfucker, man.
Perception is a motherfucker.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Wow, man. Yo.
Mufasa, the bad producer.
Hey, watch me lean, hey, watch me speed, hey.